Okay, so this is a famous music idol, music icon. This is your divine androgyne demigod of the music matrix, which is like a fairly important part of the human mind control matrix, I guess. And this just come up just this second. In fact, I'm out of luck, out of time, and out of ideas, really. But we have to try to realise how much impersonation takes place. These are human impersonators. Some people might say they are body impersonators, and they are both. They take over, they impersonate the opposite of what they are usually. That means in mind, body and spirit. But there is very little spirit because it is really a mind-body collaboration that the divine demigod androids show you in the world stage players of the Matrix and in their minions that populate the population. Because that's how it goes, and it literally does go because really the human being is going or goes because they take you over and then push you out, really, but not to where you want to go. You'll be stuck always in the magic, movie, music, and world stage players matrix. That's at a technical image screen program level, shall we say. I don't know what I'm talking about here. It's just coming to me as I go, but this just came up, and I actually am, like I say, was not ready to actually film this, but it just come up because you notice how there's always collaboration between the demigods, whether they be music, movie, world stage players. You always see them in one another's company. This is showing you that they really are all one. They're one unified mind of the artificial intelligent God entity. That's just simply put means that they're all, how should I say it? They're all parts of that one mind. They're all like parts of that one mind. So you have like the artificial intelligent God entity that has, millions of platforms or millions of ideas, millions of controlling aspects to controlling the human mind or controlling the matrix, because they're mainly about controlling the human mind, which is their matrix, because they keep then their matrix going, because it's a magic matrix. It's a magic human mind control matrix. It's magic for them to control the human mind because then they avoid extinction. They avoid what you'd call technological extinction, and the human being loses their connection to that which is different to the technological connection. Many demigods they're total transhuman humans, just like I am, except that they, I guess, were like born that way, as they say, or made that way, as they will tell you. They're made that way. They're made a transhuman. They're born that way. Whereas some human beings are not really, you're born into the matrix, but you're not made, or not made that way. I don't think I'm explaining this, but I just, but this is also timeline confusion and timeline deception, because many of these demigods don't actually physically collaborate. They don't have to. It's all an artificial, technological, mind control computer system. Just as the reality around you is all staged and set up, even low, yes, it appears to have real people around you, but the real people around you are only there to take you over, because it is a technological domain. If you believe that you live in an artificial intelligent matrix, as opposed to a natural, random human Earth, and most people would say that we live in both now, because you know that the internet rules the earth, or most of it. And that is technology. That is artificial intelligence. That is a computer system. A computer system is advanced artificial intelligence. No one would deny that. It's just that we think that it's not advanced artificial intelligence when it is. Because you don't see how advanced it is. If you looked very closely and realized the transhuman computer-to-mind connection, and actually realized how much it is deciphering and then relaying back to you your own thoughts, ideas, and wants, and what you concentrate on. Yes, that's just strange sound coming from through the wall. That's just, I don't think the mobile would pick that up, but that's just because that's the androids trying to stop your train of thinking, because even though they might think it's a joke, you're making a video, and that it's all fantasy and all like made up, or just trying to create an interesting fantasy or an interesting fiction so that you make an interesting video, they still will try to stop that even, or resent it. It doesn't matter whether it's truth or fiction to them, really, I don't think. And it doesn't matter whether you believe it or whether you think you're just creating something interesting to captivate an invisible audience. Okay, but I think I might just show this, if I can, because I just want to show, if I can, because I didn't really watch this right through, so I'm just going to show a quick section, because I am trying to, I am trying to survive in my own life here too, so I can't be playing even with the artificial intelligent internet computer system. I can't believe that it matters that much, because you know that it's part of the matrix, or in other words, it's part of a control system. Matrix simply means, as they said in the Matrix movie, matrix is control. It's nothing but control. And it doesn't matter whether you think it's control of a natural world, or whether you think it really is an artificial virtual reality type world. In other words, to where it's not quite as solid or as real as what you think. But really, if your senses feel and see something as material, then it's real for you. And that's really all we know anyway. so I'm not going to pretend I know more when I don't. But can you see, like, the images here, whether you think they are, whether you think they're normal or not, is not the point. The point is they seduce. They are deception and seduction, because even if you are seduced, as we are, you don't think that it's something the opposite to what you're viewing, when it always is. It always is. These are reverse beings for a human being. If you're of the matrix, then they are the same as you. In fact, you are part of them and they are part of you. Most human beings are isolated from their own kind and only connected, like I am, transhumanly to the others, or those that are a different kind and actually are an opposition to you. And they're meant to always be forcing everything that you don't want, or that is not to where you are your highest human, onto you, because then you're not part of the earth matrix, you see, and they want to keep humans in the earth matrix, because then they achieve their necessity of avoiding extinction by what they believe is trapping and combining with the human kind of mind in order for that avoidance. That's how they think about it, and have come to conclude that that's their only escape from possible extinction, or what they see as inevitable extinction, I'm told, because obviously these are just what I get the information and then piece it together with my own reality and say, this appears to be why they do what they do to human beings. Like, why are human beings trapped in the earth? Or at least, why are you trapped in an earth that is always keeping you depressed? That's the best way I can put it. And when you see the vast numbers around you in their patrol force doing this, this is when you know it's a reality. Until you see this, until they come out of the woodwork, as they say, or out of the closet and show you this, that's when they assume that you already know. Even though you may not know the full picture, just as I didn't. When they came out of the closet and surrounded me with their patrol force, I did not have the full picture, but I realised some things. But if they hadn't have patrolled me and tried to completely control me, and like they're still trying to totally get rid of you, really, by that I mean, because really, if you become really depressed, you become where you don't want to live. So that's like that, because you haven't got any life left in you. You've got no incentive. You can't live your life. You can't even do basic things without being completely patrolled and tracked and watched. But actually not just patrolled, tracked and watched, actually suppressed, because it's not like it's just a random patrol force that wants to keep an eye on you or just watch you, during the course of the day. No, they're actually trying to change your whole mentality. They are trying to depress you because they send negative energy, negative sounds, and negative actions at you by the way they patrol. So they're not like an innocent, useful police car patrolling just to see that there's no trouble going on the street. It's not like the neighbourhood watch that they talk about that they're part of, where they're just occasionally looking out their window and making sure there's not a fire raging in the street. No, they're actually trying to extinguish your fire, your humanity. So they kind of like start out with innocent programs that turn into monster programs. That's what it really comes down to. And I was going to show the other video, the Perfect Romance, or the Cyborg Romance of the Matrix, or as the title of the song goes, A Bad Romance, because I just saw it a few weeks ago. Of course I've heard it, but it's amazing how catchy and how much the music draws you in, even though it's openly telling you that they're actually going to kill you. That their idea of love and romance, the demigods and the beings around you, their idea of love and romance will literally kill you because it's a takeover, it's possession. That's how they see romance or so-called love. And that's where we get pulled into that game and don't know, just as I didn't. You can be pulled into the game of so-called love or romance for many different reasons. Sometimes it can even be set up, like myself, by the Matrix, because you're so desperate, because you realise you're surrounded by negative energies all around you. And that just simply means that you've got these androgyne beings that are patrolling and trying to take your energy and your life from you. They restrict your life because if you're always being stalked and patrolled, how can you live your life? How can you find any comfort in even just doing basic things? Enjoyment is gone, so therefore your frequency and vibration is so low that you're literally on the verge of depression or extinction as a human being. And that's what they want, because your extinction is their resurrection, as a demigod famous psychologist actually said. So they can be very poetic, especially when they study not just the human personality and what's human, but this is advanced artificial intelligence, using advanced intelligence to decipher human thought, human emotions, and human wants and desires, and incorporating it and then projecting it out as their own. That's putting it simply, but I don't know if it's correctly, in this little whatever you want to call it. But that's just an example of, because they do show their mind-body duality, even low. And of course human beings are naturally going to be drawn in like a magnet or like a bee to honey by the duality nature, because it will represent itself as an idealized version of what you think you want. But it will also be a reverse vision of what you want, but you won't, or a reverse image, should I say, of what you want, because you might have the vision of a romance, yes. That's an exchange of energy. But it's a one-way exchange as a human being, because they take your energy, but they will give you no positive or human energy back in return. You will just get a fake bad romance, as the song goes. And they want then to get your revenge negative energy, as the song also goes. But I should be showing that particular video. I'm going to do a music review, a full music review of that video, if and when I can concentrate enough to find the not just the focus and the inspiration to do it, although the demigods will get to me before it, because the internet is also swarmed, of course, not just by the demigod music artists, but by demigod or false human music reviewers that are, of course, in allegiance and in alignment with the matrix god Lucifer and its disciples and followers and minions. That's just their status as from a human standpoint. In reality, they all serve the artificial intelligent, mind of the earth god. Okay? I don't think I am explaining these things very well. I could if I used it more religiously or more in line with the earth religions, it would make actually more sense. But as I'm only familiar with one religion, but whichever way you look at it, most religions do acknowledge certain enlightened or human beings that are the highest representation of human beings and the human god, shall we say. But the earth god is not a human god and is not here for human, See, this artificial intelligent one is swinging his arms round like a human. In fact, this actual video is supposed to be many years ago, but it is actually photoshopped and recreated right now for the transhuman connection to the remaining humans. Many people will not see this. I see it. See how he's swinging his arms around? That's because some human somewhere is swinging their arms around right this very moment, and these beings want to... And see the red? See how they have the red of their god. Their god is red. It favours the colour red, just as the car vehicles all have the red. And see how they're all same? See how they're emerging? See how they're so similar? See how they're so similar? See how they're so similar? Can you see that? Can you see how they are very similar? I needed, if only I could speed up or slow down, should I say, in other words, pause or slow it down. I really need to slow it down. But I'm going to stop here because I haven't watched the rest of this video. I only watched, see how he's swinging his, oh, hold on. Just going to show how he's swinging his arms around for the transhuman effect. See how he keeps, and notice how they're duplicating the videos, because I and many humans often duplicate or triple the videos. This is all staged and done right now. I don't see how he's swinging the arms. I didn't show that. Oh, it's, see, I just make a nonsensical video. It doesn't make any sense to anyone I know.